Constance Jones, who's a brand new anchor here at 8 News. Tell us about highlights in your career.
So I have been working in journalism for about 15 years. I started when I was like 10. Tyler, Texas, Oklahoma City. Storm chasing, truly as scary as you can imagine. In New York for a little bit. I also spent time in Atlanta and about a decade in Miami. Now I'm in Richmond, so I'm super excited.
On Condi.
And I'm Constance Jones. These are the photos at the center of all the controversy. As you can see, one photo showing someone in blackface along with someone in a KKK outfit. Entire press event lasting for over 40 minutes. His statement roughly 10 minutes. And then he took questions openly for about 30 minutes there, willing to answer anything that came at him. Also, another point just to bring out real quickly. He talked about a dance competition where he impersonated Michael Jackson, and he said he won. And he also used shoe polish on his face to darken his face. We're expecting the governor to speak at 2:30. His office, his communication office, has said that he is going to be talking about this, whether he's going to be backing down on those photos, how he's going to explain all of that. But one big question a lot of folks had is impeachment even possible if he hasn't broken the law here?
I mean, impeachment is a political...
Rich, we've seen elected officials cringe as they respond to these allegations. Are staffers feeling the pressure to resign as well?
Well, Chesterfield public school students can pick up free school supplies next week. Now, the event is set for next Saturday from 10:30 to 12:30 at Manchester Middle School on Hull Street Road. Now, you may want to get there early because the supplies are limited and the student needs to be present to get those supplies. Well, Petersburg has set up a cooling station at the Petersburg Area Transit off of West Washington Street. It's open until 6 o'clock tonight and tomorrow from noon to 6, and it could be open on Sunday if it's still this hot outside.
Let's rewind back just a little bit.
Sure.
We were talking about the economy, and we do have really great unemployment rates in our state.
Yep.
But a story we just ran this week,
Yeah.
and I know you're well aware of it, companies cannot find enough skilled workers.
Right.
How are you going to address that issue?
Think about it.
All right, let's move on to healthcare and cutting costs for healthcare.
Yep.
You know the numbers, 3.2 million people that are uninsured compared to 2017. There's a lot of folks from the other side saying that's a Republican problem, that they've scared companies away from investing in Obamacare. What would you say to that, and what needs to be done to fix the problem?
Yeah, I've never...
And I'm Constance Jones. We're here at the James Center for the 34th annual Grand Illumination, and we are so excited to be here tonight.
The plaza and all over downtown.
Yeah, very exciting. It'll be my first time, so I can't wait to see it all. But there's still plenty of time for you guys to get out here if you want to. There's still about an hour to go. So there's a select core group of us at Fox 5 who's actually going to be going through the training with him day in and day out. For me, my dad was in the service for over 25 years. So for anyone who has anyone in the military, you understand the importance that these little puppies do for those who come back with disabilities, PTSD. I mean, we have some amazing stories that we're going to be telling during the course of the next 2 years. I know he's already a big part of our family.
God.
Look at that little face. It's going to be really hard, but again, the main reason why we're doing this is to help a veteran in need. And when you see the bonding process, there's actually a pairing process at the very end, and you see when that veteran gets paired with a dog like Max, you're just, it's a beautiful thing. So we've been preparing for the last week for this amazing adventure. Of course, we're raising funds for the Miami Children's Initiative, but the big thing we're about to do in about 30 minutes is go over the edge. But Mario, I want you to show everyone the City of Miami Fire Rescue. Thank Jesus that they're here for us, because I am definitely a little scared. Of course, there's a lot of safety precautions in place. We are fully ready and geared up, but we still need our training, which is super important. But we're going to be live in a little bit to show you a little bit more about what we're doing.
And by as well. But they are going to be fine. Constance is fierce. Look at those muscles. She's good. She's concentrating. She is about to lower herself and rappel down the side of a building. Brave girl right there.
New tonight, Virginia is the best state for business. That's according to CNBC. They ranked the Commonwealth as #1. That's actually up 3 spots from last year. Now, Governor Ralph Northam says that he believes that decision was made because Virginia has invested in education and has landed the new Amazon headquarters. All right, Amy, thanks so much. And new tonight, the Coast Guard is suspending its search for a teacher. He went missing in the ocean in Virginia Beach. There are several local prisons without air conditioning this evening. During the excessive heat warning, there's no AC D.C. at prisons in Buckingham, Nottoway, and Augusta counties. Now, the Virginia Department of Corrections is giving out water and fans to prisoners and to staff members. And in other news this evening, a Richmond police officer is under arrest tonight facing multiple counts of domestic assault. Ernest Ford Jr. is an 11-year veteran with the Richmond Police Department. He's charged with felony strangulation, felony abduction, and domestic simple assault. Now, the charges were brought against him. Meanwhile, another Richmond police officer is found not guilty of sexual battery. Michael Bryson was in court yesterday. He was charged after a complaint was made to the department back in March. All right, John, thanks so much. All right, do you have any ragu pasta sauces? You may want to check your pantry. Sauces are being recalled because some of the jars might actually have plastic inside. The recall includes chunky tomato, garlic, onion. Yeah, his speech inspired hundreds at the commencement, and now it's going viral online. Take a look.
This past year, I suffered from severe depression.
Alton Costin III wanted to be a voice for the voiceless in his graduation speech.
I just wanted to be able to relate to so many people. Depression is something that a lot of teens, not even teens, but a lot of people in general go through.
Costin spoke about his battles with depression and the pressures of getting into college. He's a varsity football captain, vice president of the Honor Society, and graduated high school with honors. But
I was depressed because my family simply could not afford for me to go to college.
He soon reached a breaking point.
I cried in their arms, my mother, father, and sister. I told them how I felt, and in this very moment, we did something I'll never forget. We locked hands, and my father said these distinct words: "Lord, we give this situation to you."
Weeks later, William and Mary sent him an acceptance letter.
I went running through the house.
Even better, he learned his tuition would be paid in full. Alton says his parents gave him the strength to share his story.
My parents are superheroes. It's unexplainable what they do to my life.
Parenting is an extremely hard job. You never know if you're doing right or wrong. You just pray about it. Do the best you can.
For Alton and his family, they're just thankful for this next step.
Just a kid from Richmond with dreams and aspirations. Get accepted to the College of William & Mary. Not only get accepted, but get a full tuition scholarship. I'm honestly blessed.
Well, tomorrow Alton is actually heading to the university for new student orientation. He says he plans to pursue a degree in public policy with a minor in economics. Well, a 13-year-old girl from Henrico has been selected as a finalist in a national science competition. Her passion for water conservation got her a spot in the top 10, and she could win the title of America's top young scientist. Take a look at her invention. It's Positively Richmond.
Hi, I'm Camelia Sharma, a 6th grade student at Moody Middle School in Richmond, Virginia.
After submitting a short video explaining her passion for conservation, 13-year-old Camelia Sharma was selected as one of 10 finalists in the 3M Young Scientist Challenge.
I really did not think I was going to become a finalist because it was like a last-minute sort of thing, but here I am a finalist.
The competition recognizes students like Camelia who uses their scientific thinking to create an invention that'll improve their communities.
I'm in my backyard. The setup is finally complete.
For this George H. Moody 7th grader, she wanted to develop a water leakage detection system to reduce water loss.
So much water gets lost in the water systems due to small and minor leaks.
So she used plastic pipes around the perimeter of her pool, along with handmade circuits and generators to pinpoint leakage areas. She says over 48 billion cubic meters of water is lost every year. Her invention would cut that number.
I found that there isn't much attention being paid to our old and used water systems, so I decided to work with that.
The next step is turning her concept into reality. This October, she'll compete with other finalists in Minneapolis for a chance at $25,000 and the title of America's top young scientist.
I'm really excited about going.
Now, Camila is planning to donate her cash awards to STEM education. She's already won $1,000 rather for being a finalist. And her brother, he's actually her secret weapon. He competed last year, and he was a finalist, and he donated his winnings as well.
Well, it's wonderful. So cheers to him and cheers to her. Who says local kids aren't working hard in school?